Oh, the usual dystopian and people are gonna die.
There you go.
I can't write an album where people don't.
There you go.
I'm like George R. R. Martin. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm anything like George R. R. Martin, but
you finish your stories, so that's good. Congratulations with Lenny. It's been 10 months. This is therefore a very different kind of road experience for you. How's the adjustment?
It's hard. Like traveling with a kid alone, and in general is hard. But having all this equipment with us, and knowing that you absolutely have to be somewhere, and it's not like going on a vacation or something like that, or just a lot of important things need to happen, and so having a kid kind of throws a little bit of a wrench into the mix sometimes. But she's a trooper, so awesome. We're gonna keep doing it.
Just one day away or a month away, the same amount of stuff you have to bring for a baby. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's another thing we have to say congratulations for. One of the first times that you and I got to speak, you were very sad that most likely the show that was planned for Wacken was not going to happen. This was 2 years ago. Yeah. That obviously didn't happen, but you guys got to announce that you will be playing preferably a less muddy field than this year in northern Germany next summer.
Yes, we're very excited. Thank you.
That's a big check on the checklist.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, we wanted to play Wacken for every metal band. That's their dream, right? So we're very excited to, hopefully, I mean, nothing else. Barring a zombie apocalypse, we're going to Wacken next year.
Even then.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll play to a bunch of zombies.
There you go.
We're very excited.
I mean, depending on which day at Wacken you play, if it's the fourth day, I don't think you could tell the difference anymore. Obviously a lot going on. We know that you've been teasing a lot. We know that stuff is coming. I'll not ask too many questions that you'll tell me, well, I can't tell you yet about. But we know that we're going into a different storyline.
Yes.
Fair to say that the people that really know you well, that there's a couple of your passions that have been channeled into this new world?
Yes, yeah, of course. This one's a lot more science fiction, heavier, I would say, on the science fiction side of things. Still a little bit of fantasy, but for the most part, yeah, it's set in a distant future, but not too distant, and the usual dystopian and people are gonna die. I can't write an album where people don't. I'm like George R. R. Martin. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm anything like George R. R. Martin, but
you finish your stories, so that's good.
Oh yeah, okay. Horrible! Don't even get me started on that. But anyways, so it's new place, new people, new story, new adventure, and I'm hoping everybody enjoys it.
Is it also a new universe, or should all those fans start, dissecting all the lyrics to see if they find certain Easter eggs?
They could. I don't know. You never know. It's a new universe in my mind, but I don't like to stifle anyone's imagination or anything. If you find something, some sort of, what are they called? Easter eggs?
Yep.
Maybe. Heck yeah, talk about them. Get on the Discord, into the lore channel, and let me know your thoughts as soon as all the lyrics and everything are available.
Not Mad with Power. I've spoken to many bands already, and what a lot of the bands have shared with me here is that they love this festival because it really is just, without being preachy at all, it is a place for people to be themselves. It's very inclusive, and also the bands feel they can be themselves. And several bands that were on the bill yesterday and today have gone recently through that change of, we were trying to be this, and now we're basically ourselves. Mm-hmm. And those bands shared with me that you guys were their inspiration for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is that something that, I think the very first time I got the interview, you said, like, you know, about the early days, I was never gonna be another pretty girl in a corset. And we have some bands that were trying to be the pretty girl in the corset that are now wearing cheeseburgers.
Right.
Is that something that you even think about, that there's so many bands out there that are looking at you guys as their inspiration?
I mean, I don't like think about it so much. Well, I mean, I do, yes. I definitely, because I've had a lot of people, vocalists and that kind of thing, come message me online and say, you know, just, you're an inspiration, and I've always, you know, loved how you, exactly what you do, and how you just try and put the music first, and that's really inspiring, and just a lot of people seem to like that it's about the music. Mm-hmm. And so, I definitely think about that, and I think about, you know, when we're writing music, and you know, when I pick a stage outfit or whatever, just trying to be a role model.
Right.
And I didn't start out to be, you know, wanting to be that, but because it happened, those are shoes that you got to fill. Mm-hmm. So, I definitely keep that in mind. And I was thinking, it's really funny because I was thinking about that actually earlier today, when I was like, oh man, like listening to all the sound checks, I was just like, holy cow, listen to how many female fronted power metal bands are here. Mm-hmm. And I remember when we first started really kind of finding our power metal sound, there were none. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like, do we do this? Like power metal is never going to get us on the cover of Decibel magazine. You know, right. What I mean? Like it's not that genre that is, you know, kind of all encompassing, and but it's what I love to sing, and it's what we love to play, and it's so much fun, and the people are special. Mm-hmm. People that love power metal and those that sort of surrounding genres are just awesome, and we all share the same things: love of video games and fantasy and science fiction, Star Trek, Star Wars, whichever one you want. Comic books, all that stuff. Yeah. We're all kind of the same, and so we, you know, when you get to be yourself, exactly. You get to be the, you know, the nerdy person that writes albums about, you know, whatever you want. So I was just thinking about how awesome it is that we weren't like totally alone. There was definitely others out there, but I felt alone when we first started doing this, and I definitely don't feel alone anymore. So it's awesome. Living weather, broken bones, and long forgotten lonely care bestows.
You say like, okay, power metal's never going to go anywhere necessarily, but there's definitely something changing in North America, mm-hmm. right? 3 years ago, Epica and Sabaton were playing sports bars. Now they're playing mid-sized arenas in North America. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the arenas they play in Europe,
right?
But arenas nonetheless. And we've got festivals like this that this year can be 3 times as big as it used to be. Mm-hmm. People seem to be more open again, mm-hmm. but also specifically bands that are successful in this genre are the ones that are daring to take risks, are a lot more colorful than they used to be. Do you see that as well? Have you seen your audience also change in a way?
Yeah, I feel it's been a little bit more, kind of a broader audience mm-hmm. coming to the shows. And a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't really listen to heavy metal, but I listen to you guys. And it's kind of, I don't know if you want to call it a gateway. We're a gateway band. But yeah, I feel like and the thing is that like culture, like the whole culture of society especially North America in general, is becoming a little bit more embrace the nerdy side. So like some of the best shows on TV are fantasy. You know, I feel like Game of Thrones really just kind of paved the way for people to be like, wait a minute, these are all based on fantasy books? Like, this shit is amazing. I need to read more fantasy. You know, and kind of like getting people into the mindset that it's not a nerdy thing. It's amazing storytelling. And so I feel like everyone's kind of realizing that about power metal. It's not nerdy. It's talented musicians singing about fun stuff that makes me forget about my crappy day-to-day life. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's not to like? I mean, I'm very, very biased. What's not to like about that?
And at times we can be nerdy and geeky.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. But I just feel like kind of maybe there's less judgment all around.
Just to kind of do a bit of a different turn here, I think I remember you saying, and in an interview with Elizabeth Saroff, the charismatic voice, that if you belt words well enough, you can rhyme anything. On the new album, were there moments when you were writing lyrics that you were like, oh, I really want to go that way, but even with the greatest vocal performance, it's just not going to work out?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's always times when you're like, this is the right thing to say, but it's not going to work. Yes, for sure. But I mean, I pushed it on a few things for sure.
What's the worst non-rhyming rhyme you've pushed?
Oh, there's a few. I'm a slant rhymer, like, to the max. So there's a couple. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but
no worries.
I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. Like I'll be able to pick them out eventually once we start playing the songs more live, that kind of thing. Like for the studio, it was such a crazy kind of whirlwind time that I was literally like writing the lyrics and then going into the studio and recording the song, because writing an album with a baby is hard. In case you didn't know that. So yeah, I mean, I can't think of any of them off the top of my head, but I remember someone about the last record was like, their specific comment was, I can't believe that you made these two things rhyme. They were like, what was it? Breaking the curse has given me purpose. And I was just like, how do you? It's right, but it's true. If you move your vowels around,
there you go.
Kinda, yeah. But so there's a lot of that on the movie.
Yeah. Serious question to start wrapping us up. The worn out, half-eaten pen that Scott has kept in his backpack since university, have you been able to toss that into the trash can already, or did he still
Don't tell
persevere?
Him. No, I threw out like most of his stuff because he wasn't looking.
Good.
But yes, including all of his notes. You don't need those anymore. But anyways, yeah, I think so. I think I love that super serious question. Yeah, I think so.
Good. I mean, you have to purge. I'm sure you purged a lot before Lenny.
Yes, yeah. Fan of Marie Kondo. It doesn't bring joy.
Yeah. Okay, last question to let you go. I could ask you, who are you excited to see? But you're a headliner, so you have to prepare, and you couldn't see anyone. And by the time you guys are done, you probably are too tired to play pinball machines here. So a follow-up of something that you shared with me, I think it was a year and a half ago. You were about to move to a different neighborhood, and you were super excited to try Palestinian food in a restaurant there. How was the food?
It was great. It was really good.
There you go.
They were closed when we first moved there. They were renovating, and so we had to wait so long to get in there. But yeah, it was really good. It's like Lebanese, but different. It's kind of got its own spin on that same sort of vibe. You know, like plates with hummus and veggie and all that sort of stuff, and but just a little bit of a different spin on it. So it was really good. Loved it. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, Britt, I'm gonna let you do your thing and inspire all those people in the crowd and the bands that are playing, and you can just call it Archers Fest next time or Unleash Metal. Who knows? Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.